Alright, guys, good morning. It is Thursday, the 14th of May, which means we are 9 days out today. And we had a substantial drop off in body weight overnight. Yesterday, I weighed in at 91.5 kilograms, and this morning I was 90.4. That's a 1.1 kilo drop off overnight. And I will show you guys my pictures from this morning's check-in. I was flat today, as expected, of course, with such a drop off. Also, my digestion has picked up, so yesterday was a good day to this morning as well before the pictures. So it's always good, right, before your check-in pictures to have a nice bowel movement and to be empty. Now, today is a rest day, so I have a more relaxing day away from training. Update on my car, which that is done right now, so we can go pick it up in the morning. Afterwards, I will go by my mom's place because I haven't seen her in a few weeks now, so always good to check up when I'm in close. And then I will go to the macro for some bits around rice. And what did I need? I need pineapple, which is the best from over there, and that's it, I think. So some small groceries there, and for the rest of the day I will have a client startup to do, so he can get started next week. He has well the time to be prepared, and then it is time to relax and wind down again. I think maybe, yeah, I will probably make it a relaxing day as well, because I'm expecting myself to be feeling a little worse throughout the day again. Now, I'm not gonna fall into the trap of thinking that I'm bad and then feeling bad afterwards, but I did sleep for 6 hours last night. My sleep score has dropped down to 64%, so that's pretty low. Haven't been that low this week just yet, so probably will feel it, but we're gonna ignore it and we're just gonna push on because it's a rest day, less taxing on the body. So no big issues there. Just gotta do it because we have 4 more days, including today, left in the fat loss process. And then from Monday, we will probably start carving up, or at least we will start the peaking process. I'm not really sure how that will look just yet, because that's always a thing that works on the fly. I get my meal plan, my provisional meal plan the day before, and then in the morning I can have my meal one and he will adjust the rest of the day if needed. So very curious about next week, very excited for next week as well, as the big work has been done. We have still 15,000 steps to do today, and the rest of the week probably with no cardio. 2 training sessions left this week on Friday and Saturday as usual. And then next week, the peaking process will have 4 sessions with some devolume stuff in there. So I'm very excited for it, guys. It's coming close now, which means that the hard work has almost been done. And then it's time to relax for a week, at least step back on the steps, try to wind down more, really take the time to recover from all the training we've had and present the best possible physique on stage. Now, with my posing, this today and yesterday felt really rough. Well, when you get depleted, it's very hard to connect with your muscles. So that's probably the issue there. I was quickly out of breath as well, but yeah, it's just something that will pick up next week probably. Then, now, it is time for me to do some client replies before I leave to get up my car, and I will probably take you guys along today with some more clips of the day. So have a nice exciting morning planned, which is that I miss my car, so getting that will be a fun thing. and then yeah, you guys will see it. All right, see you guys in a second.
Oh yes, it's back. Nice.
Now let's go have a coffee with my mom.
Alright, we are back in the store. Now, this is the best place for me to do my steps and to get the groceries again. Last vlog you saw me walking in Germany. Now you see me in the macro again. How delightful. Now I'm gonna sweep every aisle I can because I am behind on my steps, because I went to my mom's house, then I went to my sister's house. It's now 12 o'clock. I'm at 8,000, so I have another 7,000 to do. So I'm gonna show you what I'm gonna get. Rice and stuff. So, yep, still walking around. I think I had 15 aisles open to get my steps like this, because it's nice and quiet. It's not raining in here, so enjoying this. Looking around, what can I get, but I'm not gonna get anything because I don't need it. But it's a prep thing. If you're in prep, you always want to buy stuff. I'm very much one of those guys who buys stuff in prep and afterwards thinks, why the fuck did I buy this? But some stuff is nice, needed. Some stuff not really useful. Looking at wooden cutting boards right now. Would be great on our kitchen. Pretty big, this one. Like it. And I've got myself some sugar-free syrup. Not gonna drink it now, but after the show maybe. Don't know. Just wanna have it. That's the kind of stuff I mean. And now the best part of this whole store. My favorite rice. The Royal Tiger Jasmine rice. We are lucky again because they are in stock. Not anymore now.
Well, that was not the most efficient bout of steps. We're now at 9,000. Great. 6,000 to go today. But I'm gonna have to drive 45 minutes back home first. Aish. Alright, no issues. It is 12:30, just a half an hour in the store. Felt like I was there for 1.5 hours, but okay. Let's go home.
Alright guys, now we are back home and I am not gonna lie. I have cravings to the max and I'm hungry as fuck. I had 4 meals right now, which were amazing because all my meals are still amazing and they're not small by any means. But I noticed that I was very, very hungry and I was craving a lot of food, and there is food in the house. So what is the best thing to do right then? Simply get out of the house. Get yourself out of the environment, just walk a bit, have some fresh air, some clear mind space, and just some relaxing thoughts with maybe a podcast in or something like that, to reset your brain. Because when you start focusing on food and when you start thinking about all that nice stuff that you cannot get because you do not want to eat anything about other than your plan, then you're gonna fuck up if you stay in that mentality and it starts spinning around fucking with you. So one main important tip is always just remove yourself from the situation, take a step back, and then when you come back, the cravings are gone. Your steps are made because you still have to do your steps, and it is probably almost time for the next meal even. Now I started walking for 3 seconds outside, fresh air, and already the cravings went away. Now I do still have 5,000 steps to go, so I will probably make this a longer walk and get some fresh air while we can. It's not raining now, so that's great. Then when I get back, it will be, well, 3:30. so half an hour later I can make my next meal again. Always stay busy as well. I noticed that I was lazying around after my meal, watching some YouTube, texting some people back, and then I started thinking about the food. So if I stay busy, stay working, and stay occupied, then the cravings will not be as much as when you are just laying around. So good things to remember when you're dieting: just stay busy. Well, that was eventful. So halfway through my walk, it started raining. Oh, the mic. So we got totally soaked, but I can do two things here. I can say fuck my life and get angry at it, or just accept it and go take a warm shower and go for my next meal. So gonna do the second because we are positive today. Now, time for a shower and drying off my body. This video will probably include tomorrow as well, so I think I see you guys tomorrow again.
All right, good morning. It is the next day. It's Friday again. Now, this week has flew by like it was nothing. Yesterday was a little rougher, a little rough on my mental side in the sense that I was craving a lot and I was very hungry throughout the day. But we managed, we stayed positive and we just ran with it because it is the last part of this prep. So this week, when this week is finished, we will start peaking and then everything around the diet will be over. We will start up with building muscle and building up the calories again from the week after. So this week was quick and went by amazingly well. Body weight today was the same as yesterday, 90.4 kgs on the dot. So we are holding the flatness right now, but that's exactly where we want to be right now. We want to deplete as far as possible before we start loading. So it's a good thing to be here. Now, normally I see a big drop off on my later days in the week, on the Friday and the Saturday. So probably I will be a lot lighter tomorrow again because I don't know, it's my body's response to the upper sessions or something. But later in the week, I normally drop off. So very curious. I did not really hope to drop below the 90 kgs, but we will see where we end this prep. Now, compared to last prep, my weight was at lowest at 85, 85.2 or something. So we're pretty much 5 kgs up from that, which if my lowest would be slightly below the 90s, that means that I would have built probably around the 4 kilo mark of muscle this year, which is immense, which is great progress, and which is something that I would really like to repeat in the upcoming off season. So gotta stick to the plan and gotta work hard for it. Now, excuse me. Today, upper session, so I will kill upper and then I will probably do some errands to the shop again. And as you've seen last vlog, I was in the store in Germany. This vlog, I was in the macro. Today I will go to the Albert Heijn and probably to the Jumbo, and then I've had everything again. Now I'm not gonna show that trip today because I want to keep this one a little shorter as my frequency will come up from the videos. So this one will probably come out tomorrow already. But yeah, for now, I did just start up my new client. He is a bodybuilding client. He wants to compete eventually. And what I always do is I make Loom videos to really bring home the message what I want to bring. Also with the check-ins, of course. So the guys really can see how my facial expressions are. And it just talks a little better than on the typing way via WhatsApp. Voice messages is something I also sometimes do when there is nothing really big to address. So no big issues, no big changes. Then a simple voice memo is enough. But for a startup video, I always like to do a very comprehensive startup talk to run him through the program, to run him through the plans. And what we also always do is we set up a timeline. And setting up a timeline for expectations mostly, so everyone knows where they are up to and where they are moving towards. and they have a rough understanding on what I am planning to do with them. Because if I say we're gonna diet and we're gonna see when we are done, that's fun, but then you don't have an endpoint to work towards. So it's a hard thing then to really adhere to the plan if it's long term. But if you know when there is a end date, it's actually already easier to follow the plan until then without any issues. So having a good planning, a good timeline for where you're gonna go is very important in my opinion, and will always make the process a lot better for the client and for me as a coach as well, because I can fall back to it and I can see what the plans were that I made. Because you can imagine I cannot really um, have everyone in my head all the time. I really can't remember from every client where they are going towards. Yes, of course, I know if they're dieting or not, but I need to see what the schedule looks like to really make sure that we are on plan with or on time with the planning, so we are not falling behind, or if we are pushing towards a quicker version of what we have planned out, then we can take back a little bit of the gas, give him more extra rest, give him some extra refeeds, just to make sure that he is more progressive in his training while dieting as well. So big tip for you guys is always set up your own expectations and your own timeline if you're not working with a coach, so you can really see where you are moving towards and you have a visual planning in front of you where you can really visualize what your goals are and what the expected time is to reach those goals. Next to that, we also have a big client app where everyone can log in and see his own plans, with the meal plan, which actually has a tracker as well, so they can swap things if they want to. With the supplements, with the training, they can log that in the app as well. Now, I do not do that in my phone. I do use a written notebook, but if the most of the clients actually really like it because they're not dependent on a extra notebook, and they can just simply see what they did last time, fill it out for the upcoming week when they are training, and see what the progressions are. And if they do that, I can see their training log as well, so I can steer them towards success. Because what I see happen many times is that people start training and they do, let's say they have a rep range of 8 to 10 reps, and every week executive in a row they have 10 reps with the same weight for 3 sets. Now, that's not training, that's simply doing a movement with a weight that you're comfortable in. If you do one really heavy set, it is impossible to do the same amount of reps for the same amount of kilograms with the same form the set afterwards, or the third set even. So if I see that in my guys their logs, then I always would say something about it to tell them like, hey, we can push harder here. And what that does is it drives them to push harder, it pushes them forward, and it gives them more growth in the long term. Because if we are trying to do progressive overload, as I always recommend to most of the people, then we do need to push ourselves. We do need to challenge ourselves to do better every week. And that can come in multiple ways, of course. We can do training progressions in weight, but we can also do form progressions. We can also do rep progressions. So there are different ways of progressive overload, but the most important thing is that we do try and keep training to failure with the right form. So good thing in our app that I can see for some guys that they are not doing that, and I can push them towards their success in that. Also, we do use training videos, of course. So every client has the opportunity to send me 10 videos a week from Monday to Friday, where they can when I can review their videos about their training sessions. And most of my clients that do that, well, actually all the clients that do that, they progress way harder than the clients that don't. So that's something that I always try to push on for those who are not doing it, is that, hey, try and do that for a week and let's see how your training feels. And every time that one client does take the step to film themselves in the gym, they actually really like it. They feel that they are training, and then what happens then is that they keep sending videos and they keep progressing and keep progressing, and that is where the progression picks up. Because what you can imagine is that in the gym is no one to really look at what they are doing, no one who tells them they are doing something good or they are doing something not right. And when they are doing the wrong things in the gym, they will not see any progressions after the first initial progress they made because they were just a beginner. Because the beginner gains do actually happen with not that much effort, of course, but picking your physique up and taking it to the next level afterwards definitely will only happen when they put in the work and put in the time to really start training harder and better as well. So that's a big portion of our coaching, is simply reviewing those videos and making sure that the guys are training optimally for how they are needing to train, how they are moving in the gym, how they are pushing themselves, and it helps a lot. Now, I'm gonna cut this off here because it is time for my pre-workout meal. I'm gonna train one block earlier today, so I'm nice and fresh. I really fucked myself on Wednesday when I did not do that, so I will definitely do that today. And then it is time for my upper session. So I will not do this one because you guys have seen this for many times already. But if you want to check it out, just keep tuned in to my Instagram as well at randy.vlh, so you guys can see what my training looks like on a regular basis. And for now, this vlog is not just done yet, I think. Not sure. If I find something in my head that I want to talk about for today, I will come back to you guys. If not, you guys, this is the end for this vlog. So, if not, then have a good day and we see each other in a few days because I will definitely go on with those videos. And if you like this video, please leave a like, a comment, and a subscribe, of course, so we can stay in tune with each other. And I know you guys are liking these videos. So have a good day. See you guys next time. Or not. We will see you later.